What is going on, everybody? Welcome to one of my other, I was going to say second or third or something, but then I realised these videos might be uploaded in a different order to the way that I'm numbering them in my head, and so I decided against giving it a number, and I sound like Lloyd Grossman right now. I don't really at all. Anyway, so this is another video that I picked up, another capture that I picked up whilst I was at the Onslaught event DLC in Central London for Call of Duty Ghosts. And yeah, in this I'm using the Maverick. For the first few kills I used the MTAR, so I cut that out, but also left in a bit at the start where you could see the rocket shooting up into the air and exploding, which is one of the kill streak rewards for fulfilling a field order, which is pretty cool. And yeah, I'm going to talk about this map, and yeah, the Maverick will be playing away in the background because I think in general it kind of speaks for itself. And also I have other gameplays where I actually talk about the gun in more detail, and so on those games, if you want to know more about the details of the guns, go check them out. Go check out my other content from this event, and you'll be filled in on both the gun as an assault rifle and as a sniper rifle. For this game, I'm going to be talking about the map Ignition. So let's get right into it. If you didn't know, Ignition is a remake of the Modern Warfare 2 map, one of the fan favourites, Scrapyard. So Scrapyard, if you don't know, was a relatively small-sized map, and it was kind of like a rundown scrapyard with these two plain bodies in it that you could go inside, and it had like a warehouse on one side, warehouse on the other, and then a warehouse on the other side, and a warehouse on the other. In other words, if you don't want a stupid, long-winded explanation for it, there was a small warehouse. There were two small warehouses, and then one reasonably large-sized one, and then like a medium-sized one. One had the A flag, which I'm looking at right now. The other one has the B flag, which I'm looking at right now. And then the other one on the very end of the map, to the, it looks like east or something, southeast, yeah, of the map, has the C flag next to it. And so it was all a single layer map, that there was no levels to it, a single level map. And yeah, it played really well. It was really exciting. It was fast paced, but at the same, actually, that's wrong. There were some levels, but in a different way. Like there were ladders to like gangways and stuff, similar to how it is in this, but less hidden and more like you couldn't really hide whilst being in a high position. You couldn't hide whilst being in a high position. That just does not roll off the tongue. It just sounds really creepy. I'm never going to say that again. But moving on very swiftly. This is a remake and a kind of a homage to that map, and I think it's pretty good. It's pretty interesting. And basically what they've done to edit this game, one of my friends is, damn, he's messaging me loads on Steam. Please stop just for a second, buddy. Why am I even telling you guys that? Anyway, so basically, in this map, what are the key differences? So, like I kind of hinted to, is that it's got more of a level design. There are ups and downs where there weren't before. So you can kind of go underneath where this rocket is above, and you can kind of explore those areas. Some areas don't appear until you set off certain things on the map, like explosions and the field order rewards. And so yeah, it adds some sort of dynamic kind of feel to the map, which is pretty cool. And in general, it feels like a larger version of Scrapyard, but weirdly fit into the same size map. It's hard to say, like geographically in terms of squared distance. I don't know what I'm talking about. Distance squared, you know what I mean. It feels like it's probably the same size as one big patch of ground, and then but then on top of that, it feels larger because of the routes underneath and different levels on the buildings. I don't know if that's accurate, but for instance here you can see I'm in the kind of hollowed out area of whatever it is on this map, a bunker. In Scrapyard, that would have been a much smaller cylindrical plain shell, and so things were more closed in Scrapyard, and this one's a bit more opened up. But at the same time, it doesn't seem like there are as many lines of sights. And so, I don't know, it's hard to say, but it definitely feels like a larger version. It's so contradictory, it's so Inception and very philosophical, but it seems like a larger version of Scrapyard, yet the same size. That's right. Very, very contradictory, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. In general, I think the map plays pretty good. It's exciting. If I'm honest, I don't think it plays as well as the original Scrapyard. Maybe because I played that game so much and I'm so used to that design. But I don't know. I think the map design in Modern Warfare 2 is probably even better than Black Ops 2. And what I was going to get onto is that I think out of all the Call of Duties, possibly joint with Call of Duty 1 from 2003, Modern Warfare 2 has hands down the best designed, most varied maps, and they were just a pleasure and a brilliant feeling to play. They were a great experience to be on. This map is good, it's fun, it's fun to be on, but it's difficult. It's like the remake of one of your most loved films. It's never going to live up to expectation. And whilst it can still be good and judged on its own merit as its own thing, which is to be respected and admired, the map is not. It's not as good as the original. That's just my opinion, just throwing it out there, but it's how I feel. Something that I do find interesting on this map, however, tying it in with the new things in Ghosts, is what I was talking about before, the dynamic stuff. So you have two different dynamic things you can do, if I'm not mistaken. One of them I've cut in at the end of this gameplay, where basically you can fire up that big rocket in the middle. It doesn't shoot off, but it's just like the bottom of the rocket engine. It's right in front of me there to the right, and basically it shoots fire down, like little super hot smoke, and kills anyone near in the area, and that's cool. I did that and I get a couple kills. I did that in a different game to this one, but I just cut it in at the end. Also, it's going to fade here. We're going to have a quick transition, because whilst I'm doing reasonably well considering the people I'm playing, such as Benny Central and Ali A, and a couple other people as well, I suddenly go on a really bad streak and I die like 8 times. So just gonna, glaze over that, because, fuck it. But anyway, yeah, so moving on from that, yeah, I think that's one of the most interesting parts of the map, and it ties in well with the new design. But if I gave it an overall sort of grading, not as good as the old map, but just a good map for Ghosts, and it's nice to kind of play a map that is a bit nostalgic. And so, jump on, try it for yourself, tell me what you think, and tell me what you think about the DLC. Do you prefer Ghosts over other Call of Duties? Like, let's bring in this debate, Modern Warfare 2, or any CoD versus other CoDs, and, what's your favourite Call of Duty? Tell me that, whatever, talk to me about anything. If you need help, looking after your dog, I will give you advice. I've never had a pet dog, but, I will help you with that. That's my type of way. Rich Homie Quan, rest in peace. He's not dead, but, it felt fitting. And, anyway, I'm just going to stop this now. Map, yeah, you've got my opinion on it. The Maverick gun, I hope you've enjoyed the gameplay of it. If you want my opinion on the gun, go check out my other commentaries from this event, because I've covered it in quite some depth, both the sniper rifle and the AR. The Maverick AR I've covered in a cranked gameplay on containment, and the sniper one I've also covered in a domination game on containment, so check that out. Please like, everybody, please comment, and please subscribe. Sharing always helps, and that's about it. Peace.